Hi, this is Bonnie Ribeiro with Pray Ask Gifts, and we're so glad you've joined us. We are on our Aging Gracefully challenge. We are on a mission to age the way that God says we can age. And today we are on day 10. This whole week we've been looking at what it takes to have a good brain as we age, because we want a brain that thinks good thoughts and also function well. So this week we are fasting negative thoughts. Thoughts like fear, failure, disappointment, unforgiveness, criticism, spite, jealousy, all the things that God really does not want us to think about. And today we're going to focus on one of the things that God really, really doesn't like, and that's prideful, arrogant thoughts. When the Bible speaks of pride, what it means is arrogant, conceit, and self-exaltation. It's one of the number one things that God hates. In Proverbs 6, it lists the 7 things God hates. 6 things he hates, and leaves, indeed, 7 are an abomination to him. Number 1, a proud look. And the Amplified says the spirit that makes one overestimate himself and underestimate others. So the thing that's so bad about pride is that is why Satan fell from heaven in Isaiah 14. He desired to be God, not a servant of God. You can read his 5 I will statements where he says, I will, I will, I will, I will, until God says, no, you won't. And then when Satan tempted Adam and Eve in the Garden of Eden, he tempted them with the same thing that caused his fall. You can be as God. And now, unfortunately, Satan's pride is part of the human nature. The thing that's interesting about pride, too, it has kind of a flip side of the same coin, and that is it can quickly turn into self-pity. If we become prideful in our misery, we'll start to play the victim. And we can see an example of this in 1 Kings 21:4 when Ahab didn't get what he wanted, and he immediately began to feel really sorry for himself. Another place we can see the horrible characteristics of pride is in the story of Moses and Pharaoh. This is in Exodus chapter 10, 7 through 10. So pride is unreasonable. It always thinks it's right. And we see this in the life of Pharaoh. Pharaoh is the one who really characterizes the pride. Pride doesn't care about others or who it hurts because it only cares about itself. It doesn't care or listen to other people and their viewpoint. It won't let you worship God because it makes you think you are God and people should be worshiping you. Pride won't serve God or others. It only serves its pride. Pride doesn't even act in its own best interest. Everyone can see pride as a fool except pride. Pride won't obey God, and for that reason, pride leads to death. All the plagues of Egypt did not change Pharaoh's heart into a humble heart. And this is why God opposes pride so vehemently. Everyone proud and arrogant in heart is disgusting, hateful, and exceedingly offensive to the Lord. Be assured they will not go unpunished. And that's Proverbs 16:5. Pride goes before destruction and a haughty spirit before a fall. Proverbs 16:18. I think I had this happen to me. I had some cute earrings and a cute shirt. I was at a dinner party. I think I puffed up with pride because the next thing I fell down the stairs. Pride will not go unpunished. Haughtiness comes before disaster, but humility before honor. Proverbs 18:12. So if God hates it this much, if we are full of his Holy Spirit, the Holy Spirit will definitely help us humble ourselves. And practical things we can do, and this will be your challenge, we can always be grateful to God and realize that everything you have comes from God. And then submit yourself to God and whatever he's doing in your life. Realize that trials often come to humble us, Proverbs 11:2. So don't turn to self-pity. Be grateful for the trials and be grateful for what God has allowed. Ask God for wisdom because wisdom is humble and wisdom fears God. So our challenge for today is to continue fasting all negative thoughts, but focus especially on the thoughts of arrogance or self-pity. Humble yourself to serve someone that it's difficult for you to even like, and then be grateful and thank God for your trials. We'll be back tomorrow looking at a few more thoughts that are especially important to control. And after that, we'll begin looking at nutrients that really help our brain function well. So I hope you'll be back, and so glad you were with us today. Thank you.